Welcome back to my channel, everyone. It's your Skinner Fox. Come back to another episode of Let's Play Crusader Kings 3, the Elder Kings 2 mod, where we're going to continue on as Whiterun. And there are a few changes if you haven't seen the last couple episodes. We do have a few big parties that are right next to us. There's not a lot of small places left. Elsewhere has got a piece of land up here. Broom has somehow gotten a piece of our land from inside. I guess probably from inheritance and whatnot, but uh, we actually have Coral over here, Volamish, Ojambu. Dragon's Store is probably the smallest of them, and it's still got 5,000 troops with no allies at that. That's pretty wild. This one's got 8,500, so there's not really much for us to go for now. The Rift is getting taken over by someone inside of the Eastern Skyrim realm. There's not a lot, and it looks like even Eastern Skyrim has got down here to Skingrad. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of consolidation going on right now. There's not a lot of um, single individual provinces. We do have a few over here that I think I'm going to go for. We have Sankrator. Actually, I have two Sankrators, which is wild. I don't know how that even works, but yeah, we're going to go for this one right here. We're going to try to keep expanding as much as we can, and we're going to try to consolidate and try to get as much, like, we're going to try to get as much money and try to, like, develop our realm as much as we can, because it does look like, as far as, um, I'd like to see how much stress I have in order if I want to keep this or not. No, we're just going to lose the war mount. That's fine. But yeah, I want to try to build up the realm a little bit, being that we don't have a lot of money, and we are probably going to have up to 6 on our domain size after this. So we're going to try to like work on ourselves a little bit from the inside out, because it doesn't look there's going to be a whole lot of conquering for a little while. So we're just going to probably take a little bit of a break on that. Although I would love to know why in the world is this taking so long. Wow, this like it's a while. Like it's you can have the town. That's fine. I'll take some money. Speaking of money that we need. Oh, hello. We do have a war going against us now, and we do primary heir is the wrong dynasty. That's weird. Hello. What's going on there? So let me go and check that out real quick, because that's something I don't really need to have hold me up real quick. Let's see vote score. Who is in the lead? Um, Yeah, we're gonna make him the leading, like the guy with the leading vote. All right, there we go. And we do have a war going against us right now from Dragstore, or yeah, Dragstore. So we're gonna call in our people there, our different little allies that we have. Okay, we'll do that. That's good. We'll take that 50 right there. This kind of sucks because we're gonna have like a negative. Oh my goodness, what the heck? Hmm. Of course, like there is a random 2000 or something stack that's just kind of hanging out there. So let's go ahead and hire these guys here. At least it's no cost for this, so that's nice. And we have a grandson, that's cool. And a granddaughter, which is cool. So I guess it must have been twins or something. That's pretty nice. Alright, let's see. This is probably a foreign ruler. Oh, this is the leader of the Holy Order. Okay. I had to sit there and think for a second, like, what is that? Okay, we just need to take this over here. Has cost that spell. Oh. Oh, they're casting spells. Okay, interesting. That's different. I don't know if I've actually had someone do that against me yet. Of course, it's like a really long siege. It's only taken like 10 days of siege, so that's not too bad. Oh, someone found out about the about that. Whatever. Now I'm banning that. Fine, fine, fine. We're just trying to get all that over with. I'm not too worried about those penalties right now. Got a few other things to worry about than that. Alright. We'll just keep demanding payments because I'm not really worried about a small weak hook on me right now. That's not too big of a deal. Okay, let's see. Enforced demands, get that out the way. I did have one daughter that passed away, so there is that. Not that that's necessarily good, but it is something. Because it's less that we're going to have to lose due to inheritance. Okay, so that's fine. Now we're up to our max limit on our domain, which is really nice now. So there's that. We don't have to worry about that not getting the maximum amount of stuff as we were getting earlier. I'm not too worried about that. That's fine. Let's go ahead and get this war over with. Golly, we're getting a lot of grandchildren. Okay, we're already at negative 71, which is wild. We're gonna have to go ahead and win a battle, I think. The good thing about this is like they're not like on top of each other, so we can single them out, which is really nice. Contrite is the one with where we lose money, which is bad. No, I'll take Contrite. That's fine. Yeah, we'll do that right there, which is fine. Good. Okay. Now that we've done what we need to do there, okay, come on. I was about to say I really was hoping that they would go for something that's a little bit different, like the little allies right there. I was hoping they would go and siege something that's not us. Let's see. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. Awesome. Nothing crazy there. Let us go ahead and get this one here. And then we're going to go up here and help him with this one. Oh, we do have an extra piece of land now. Let's see. I am unmarried. Let's see. Alliance power. Let's grab that one. Fine. What do we have now? Like we are we have a shrine. I don't necessarily want a shrine, but that's fine. Let's do that. Yeah, you can have that. I don't need a shrine. Let's go up here and let's attack these guys. Oh, and they they lost whatever it is that they were doing. Oh, we do have one little individual province right here. Maybe we can actually conquer that real quick. Let's do that. This is one of those where it's good because like it's like we don't. It doesn't look like we're going to get a lot of moments where we're going to get individual provinces break off. So it's probably good for us to try and get as many as we can when we can. Let's see. Fine. Okay, that's not too terrible. We are actually able to station all these guys now. So let us see. This guy has 20. He's going to have 20-something troops. So there is that. One thing I do want to do whenever we do get our next, let me see if I can't go to our dynasty stuff here. I do want to go ahead and get Arcane Blood because I do want to be able to start casting magic for the houses because it does start to get to the point where we're going to need it just for a little bit of extra help in certain circumstances. We're not going to be super strong with it by any means, but it will help us. So we're going to go ahead and raise troops here. We're going to call all of our allies to this. Yes, that'll work great. We can ransom. Oh, hello. I don't. There we go. Acquaintance is good, and we'll worry about those rest of those guys later. Cool. Okay. And the good thing about this is only one province, so this should be pretty easy. And this guy was actually really close. That's nice. Oh, that's terrible. That's no good. I want to see something. What does our factions look like? Okay, so they do have some factions around, so I can't really just siege this into oblivion. I actually do need to read it down, wear it down a little bit. But it does look like it's working out pretty good. I'm not worried about if they get that down there. That's fine. Oh, I got a skull. That's pretty cool. Hold up, that's actually probably really nice. Hold up. Okay, I want to see this real quick because I think this is the weaker one right here. Golly, this thing still lags pretty bad. This is 0.04, 0.04. Okay, this is definitely better. That one's not so much. So it looks like this one's gonna be the best. Okay, we'll just roll with that for now. Oh, we did have a big breach there, so there's that. Once this thing gets down to 2 months, I'm gonna look and see exactly um, how long it'll take with just salting the holding. Cool, cool, cool. Don't need that. 9 days is still a little bit too long. We'll take 5 days though. That'll be good. Oh, huh. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see. We're at 53. I didn't guess. I guess I didn't realize that those guys were right there. They had an extra piece of land right there. It's kind of weird because it's down here. So this is a mountain range and then their land right there. So that's kind of annoying, but whatever. Nothing too crazy, all things considered. It does look like we're going to beat them just in this battle, which gives us 100, so that's good. That was a good decision on my part then. I'll take that. Not every decision I've made in this has necessarily been the best, because I'm sitting here looking like, oh, I can beat these guys, and then realize, oh, wait, no, you can't. So let's see, we're going to go ahead and give this to a West Holder as well. Okay, that, now that actually gives us 6 all the way without actually having any shrines as part of our holdings, which makes things significantly better for us. Let's see. You have one on tax vassal. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and where's that other taxpayer at? Yeah, there you go. There we go. Okay, that's fine. So let's look at all this. We have a disabled thing here. Okay, so we do need to start building up our control a little bit. That is something that needs to happen. I'm gonna go ahead and do what is managed domain? Oh, that does give us the 7. I probably could have kept that shrine then, but that's fine. That's no big deal. Okay, so let's look and see. He is still our heir, and they only get one piece of land, so this is actually pretty nice. Okay. If only we could get Whiterun back somehow or another, but it doesn't look like that's going to be possible. This guy's too entrenched at this point, I feel like, for us to actually be able to get it back from him. So, that's not too big of a deal. All right, let's look around. Sniper Tor might be able to go for that one again. I don't know if are they actually at war right now. They are defending against one of our people, but no, I think I'm actually just going to go to war with them myself, and I think it cancels out our vassals' war. I believe it does. Okay, that's actually pretty fortunate for us because I don't necessarily need my vassals to get stronger. I need to be able to get these pieces of land myself. So, and with us now being able to hold 7, that actually is quite substantial. This guy has 0 martial. Wow, that is horrible. Hold up. What does our second son have? Oh yeah, Prince Einarth is gonna have to be our heir because I can't go forward and not have any kind of like martial at all. That's pretty rough right there. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna with 2 votes. That's kind of rough, but whatever. We'll make do. Golly, my wife just got pregnant again. Goodness. All right, so I'm gonna have to do something about my stress because I am in a pretty rough way. Okay. Yeah, so let's go ahead and let's look at what we can do here. Funerals, to me, I feel like are typically the best options here. So let's look and see what we have. Do we have any deceased? We do have a daughter, so let's do that one. We're going to just go full 175 here. And it's a short distance, so we don't have to worry about like hiring guards or anything. Okay, and it does look like the son that I wanted is the one that's going to be the heir, so or at least for now it is. So we're gonna circle back to that. Let's see, how long is this gonna take? Because I am worried about my stress. I don't need this character dying right now. That would actually be horrendous if he did. I say that like the other character that I wanted to be my heir is the heir right now, but I still don't want him to die yet. This character's actually doing somewhat decently, so and we've actually got a pretty good spot for our domain limit. So we're gonna just keep doing things the way we're doing them right now. This is good for piety as well. Okay, and we're just gonna march these guys over here. And we do have another son. Okay, and he's young. So, oh, I got a regalia. That's actually nice. I don't think I've had one of those yet. Ooh, that's actually really nice. Court League vassal tax contribution 2 is sweet. Um, okay, I'll take that. That's wonderful. Quietly nod, yes, because I always love these options here. So whenever I do funerals, these 3 options always pop up, like to some degree. But this one's always seems to be the best, right? Because this option is available because of your mourn intent. Okay, so I guess if I don't have the mourn intent, that's the only time I can't choose that one. Hmm. Okay, and that did get us under the stress limit, which is really nice. So hopefully that just kind of. Oh, of course, I went right back over it because of rain on the way back home. That's actually kind of funny. Okay, well, being in the first level is not horrible, so we'll see what happens. Negotiate an alliance? Sure, why not? We'll form an alliance with somebody. So we don't really have that many anyway. Okay, this is actually all right. Um, we'll do envelopment there. That's actually not terrible. Surprised we haven't actually breached the walls yet to actually see assault the holding. This is just going fast by nature, so no, we're not white piecing that for sure. There we go. Yeah, they offered me to white piece it out, so I was like, oh, we got from taking over. That's actually kind of funny. Okay, well, whatever. And that gets us up to 7, which is it's just huge. I mean, I'm gonna join this hunt. Let me see where it's at. Oh no, that's way too far, way too dangerous, and I'm not spending the money to get up there. So, gonna keep on pushing into this person's forces. Do I have another? I have another son. She just keeps popping out kids. My goodness. Okay. Well, shoot fire. Let's go ahead and disband all of that. And now the problem is I'm probably just going to lose land to all these kids too. My goodness. We'll have to just wait and see. All right, so is there anything else that I can actually go for pretty quickly? Like this one right here is pretty small. Let's see. Um, Sure, why not? I actually think that this one's actually doable. Like, this one's fine to take over. Now, this one says it's unstationed. Well, I thought I had stationed all those. Maybe I didn't. Okay. Let's raise all of our troops up over here and see how this goes. 11 months. My goodness, that's a long time. So it's a matter of just waiting until they get there. Oh, hello. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. I was like, yeah, I wouldn't come up there. You know what? I'm just gonna disband these because there's no sense. And or you know what? Better yet, I'm not gonna finish letting them gather. I'm just gonna let them meet me there, and we'll just do that, and that's fine. There we go. And 100% and enforce demands and all right. So let's see here. I'm actually going to give this to my youngest son. There is your inheritance, good sir. You do not have to worry about, I don't have to worry about that anymore. Okay. So that's the thing. Like as I start getting a little bit over my domain limit, I'm probably just gonna start handing them off to the kids, so that way I don't have to worry about them doing that. Let's see. You have one untaxed vassal, really? Let's see. Where's that new taxpayer that's unassigned? Oh, my son. There we go. Boom. All right, and let's go up here and handle this one thing here. This isn't too bad. Yeah, that's actually fine. I'll lose the 100 piety for that. Alrighty. And I think that's actually a pretty good spot to end it because I think we've cleaned up all of these small places that's popped up as time's gone on. And it does look like a Jambu is currently at war right now. So that's really good. If they split up, that gives us a little bit more room to move around and stuff like that. We're currently at 7,488, where we are kind of doing all right. Like we're not doing terrible. It does look like Winterhold finally did fall to the Eastern Skyrim Empire, so there is that. But it does look like we have done pretty well. I don't know how exactly strong Coral is. We might be able to go for one of their land. I don't know how Broma is now that they're not our ally. They do look to be quite weak right now, so we might actually be looking to go after them at some point. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like in the section below. If you want to see more in the future, please subscribe to the channel. It helps a lot. It means a great deal. And again, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.